Mamunia, oh. I like it. Woo. Mamunia, Mamunia.
Paul McCartney, specifically Wings era Paul McCartney. I picked up this album, Band on the Run, 1973, about 6 months ago. Basically been wearing it out ever since. But it's Paul basically doing everything. Getting some help from Linda and Denny Lane. But he's, you know, obviously has incredible vocals. And all three of them sound great. There's some really cool vocal arrangements on this. In fact, the song that I covered, Mamunia, there's a really cool video on YouTube where somebody isolated the vocal track towards the end where they're kind of singing in round. I'll post a link in the description. But this album, you know, Paul's playing the drums. He's playing keys, he's playing bass, he's playing electric guitars, acoustic guitars, plus all the lead guitars. And of course, like I mentioned, his incredible vocals. So the album was recorded mostly in Lagos, Nigeria. And I'd never heard Mamunia before about this album, but I mean, I was just intrigued by it from the get-go. It kind of has that blackbird kind of picking pattern that he does that I have not mastered, but I'll show you how I kind of bastardized that briefly. But presumably that word, like I didn't know what it meant, but it sounded interesting, and did a little research, and presumably that word came into Paul's consciousness when he stayed at a hotel in Marrakesh called Mamunia. It's an Arabic word, means safe haven. In Arabic it's spelled just a little bit differently than the way he spelled it on the album. But just a lot of great music on this album. I'm not sure where it would rank, you know, post-Beatles, collective, like all the music that those gentlemen put out as individuals or different groups they were in, but I imagine this would hold up pretty well. So a couple cool things about the song specifically, like I mentioned, the vocal arrangement, really cool, but it changes keys, like between the, you know, the Mamunia refrains, it's an A, and then the verses are basically in C, which is cool that there's a key change. And I talked about, you know, the picking pattern. It's kind of Blackbird-esque. And the way I played it, just because it was really the only way I could get my scratch take down and stay in time, because it's, you know, the way Paul does it, it's kind of he picks those at the same time and then kind of flicks. And just for me to sing it and play it at the same time was really difficult. So I kind of did a bastardized. I did two guitar parts. I did one where I tried to approximate the way he played it as much as I could. And then I did kind of a more how I would pick it and just keep and flow. What I should have done is I should have recorded the bass first, and then I wouldn't have had to make the guitar so busy to fill in the space as I was playing. But it is what it is. It's close enough, I reckon. And I'm not going to replicate the vocal anyway. A great song. Really like it. McCartney, badass. Still on tour. 80 years old. Oh, the other thing about McCartney I wanted to say. You know, over the years, I've never seen him live. I've seen him live on TV. And one of the things I will say about the dude is he always sounds good. I think about I've seen lots of bands that I really like on Saturday Night Live. They don't always shine on that stage for whatever reason. Seems like it's a tough venue to get a good sound. Every time Paul McCartney's on there, he sounds impeccable. I think about Super Bowl, another tough venue. And I think of like the two performances in the Super Bowl halftime show that really come to my mind as kind of being at the top is Paul McCartney's performance, and then also Prince. But the dude is just, and this is like the biggest understatement in the world, but he's just so talented, and his ability to just deliver his songs and everything being perfect is pretty astounding. So good on you, Paul.
Plus, he had a pretty sweet mullet.